Welcome. I'm Holly, and I'm inviting you to join me on what I'm calling the Fall 2020 Joy in the Journey Challenge. This is sort of an offshoot of the Life Between Classes podcast, which is a podcast that I launched a few months ago. And the idea for this challenge came to me a few days ago when I was actually embarking on a creative journey of my own. And I realized that sometimes it's helpful to have a form of connection and accountability, like on a day to day basis, for any kind of project or goal or new endeavor. And so it had me thinking about a project I ran with my students last semester. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a Spanish instructor. I teach college level Spanish. I've been doing that for the past 10 years. And last semester, I ran what we called the Language Learner Challenge. And so this project was sort of approaching the course from a different angle than what I normally do when I teach a Spanish course. So normally when you go into a language course, you focus on studying and learning the language, right? The goal is to learn Spanish. And of course, that's an important part of the course. But last semester, we took a different approach and we focused on how we can become the most effective language learners by fully embracing the process, the kind of like embracing the journey to fluency rather than just focusing on that end goal of being able to speak and write in Spanish. So the way we did this was we identified 5 key characteristics that are present and strong in language learners, in people who have learned to speak a language fluently. And so I designed activities and planned assignments and kind of incorporated ways to cultivate these characteristics throughout the course. And we also did kind of a weekly focus on different characteristics. So those 5 key characteristics are what we're going to apply here on this Joy in the Journey challenge. Because essentially, what I'm offering here is the same thing. We're going to take a look at any journey that you have in your current life, whether it's embarking on a new semester, if you're a college student, maybe you're a recent grad and you're embarking on the journey to search for a job, or maybe you're starting a new job, starting a new chapter. Or it could just be, something, a skill you want to learn, or a hobby you want to pick up, whatever it is. Okay, whatever it is, this is about embracing the journey and sort of seeing how much we can get out of that process and using the process as a means for character growth, personal development by building and strengthening these 5 characteristics to not only get to our destination, but to really get something out of the journey to our destination, to find joy and to find value in the process, not just the end goal. So what are those 5 key characteristics? You're probably wondering. Okay, the first one is motivation. Consistency is the next one. Courage, self-awareness, and resilience. And if you think about it, these characteristics are kind of like skills, actually. They're skills that we can practice and improve. And they're not just related to language learning, right? These are qualities that can be applied to any area of life and any project in general. So the idea of this challenge, again, kind of to make sure I explain this fully, what this is going to look like is I'll be posting daily check-in videos where I check in with you, let you know how my project is going, which I'll talk about in a minute. was sort of tracking my progress towards my goal, and tell you about the challenges, the tiny victories that I'm experiencing. Maybe I'll offer some quote that I've come across, or some piece of advice that I've come across in some book that I'm reading. But there'll be short videos, okay? They'll be unedited, just a quick check-in to help and encourage ourselves to show up for ourselves and for each other. I think that there's a lot of power in teamwork, and having like an accountability buddy can be really effective. And maybe this also turns into just a way of like having a daily connection with someone. Maybe you're in a lot of isolation right now. Maybe you're quarantining because of COVID, or your university's campus might be closed and all of your courses are online. So I thought this would be a fun way to make the most of this very unique situation that we're in right now. And it's unique for me as well. So let me tell you a little bit about my project and where I am. Like I said, I've been a Spanish professor for the past 10 years. And for the first time, I am not going back into the classroom this semester because there have been cutbacks at my university and there were no courses for me to teach this fall. So as my friend Carl mentioned the other day, shout out to you. And I think that you probably heard this from someone else. I can't remember exactly what you told me, but we can't let a good crisis go to waste. So as a way of making the most of this unexpected time and flexibility that I have, sorry, I'm looking down at my notes here because it helps keep me focused and oriented. So I decided to use this time outside of teaching, outside of the classroom. Oh, there's a little gnat flying around here. I decided to use this to focus on reviving my creative practice. I was once, long ago, an artist. Just kidding. I still am. But it's been a long time since I've taken my artwork seriously. I was an art major in college. I studied fine arts at the University of Delaware. So I have a degree, a BFA in printmaking, and decided to go a different route for career. I also did my undergraduate degree in Spanish alongside that. And then I ended up, pursuing a master's in Spanish and using that as my career path. But I have been feeling the nudge to kind of get back to my artwork, get back into it. And I spent a week focusing on it, trying to make that the focus of my day. And I kind of, it didn't go so well. I realized I have a lot of blocks. And one of those blocks was that I was focusing on creating like a finished product, a finished piece of work. And that was preventing me from doing anything, because it can be very paralyzing when you put all this pressure on yourself to get to that final goal, trying to like skip over the process. So that's also what's been making me think about embracing the process, finding joy in the journey, because I realize what I need to be doing in this endeavor is just show up and revive my practice. It's almost like I need to practice my creativity before focusing on creating like finished pieces of work like I was in college. So that's what I'll be working on. So I will share with you some of my artwork, my sketches. Actually, you can see some in the in the background there. There's just some prints I was playing with. And I think that pretty much covers it. So I'm just checking my notes. Right. And I would love for this to spark some conversation in the comments section. Maybe for this video, you can tell me what one of your journeys is this upcoming fall. What's your project, or what's your endeavor? Or maybe it's just, like to get through the semester, to survive a semester of online courses, if that's the case for you at your university. Anyway, so let me know. That'll be fun. And that way I can kind of keep you guys in mind and what you're working on as I create these videos. And if it's nothing, like if you just want to show up here just to have someone to check in with, to, yeah, keep you company as you, I don't know, do online homework that's maybe mindless. Oh, that sounded bad. Is homework mindless? Sometimes, maybe. Let's change that to someone to keep you company as you're folding clothes, folding laundry, or I don't know, doing the dishes, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, okay, you get the idea. I'm here for you. I'm going to keep showing up. It's going to, like I said, it's going to be unedited, and you're going to just get a peek into my life in whatever energy state or mood I'm in on that particular day. So it's about showing up, right? And the most important thing is taking the first step. And that's what this has been. Okay, I'm calling it. Thanks for listening. I'm excited for you to join me on this Joy in the Journey challenge. I will talk to you again very soon.